break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Let's get back to preheat on the home of your Miami Heat. FM 104.3 WQAM, AM 560 WQAM. Miami Sports Leader. Sponsored by Doral Kia.
Playing tournament basketball is coming up. It's the Heat and the Hornets. Tip-off in Charlotte will be at 7:40 p.m. Jason Jackson and Amy Audibert, they'll have your call on the Miami Heat audio experience. When taking a look at the Heat and Hornets head-to-head this year, it does favor the Heat. They won the regular season series 3-1. But that record, a bit misleading, considering 2 of the 3 Heat victories came in the first month of the season. And as we discussed earlier, the Hornets have been a different team since January 1st. They've been much better since the All-Star break. This is a team that started 4-14, but ended the season with a top 10 net rating overall in the league. The Heat, on the other hand, they've trended in the opposite direction. They ranked 20th in net rating over their last 15 games. They end the season, regular season, 13th overall in the league in net rating. Our best bet to see how these two teams really stack up against each other is to look at their last 2 meetings, both in Charlotte in the month of March, which the two teams split, by the way. So let's get to our Dos Keys to the game and figure out the best way for the Miami Heat to keep their season alive.
These are your Dos Keys to the game.
I want to hear Mike B at the Kaseya Center at least a couple more times. The Heat need to win 2 games to make that happen. Your keys to the game sponsored by Doral Kia. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit them at Doral Kia or at DoralKia.com. Let's get to key numero uno, key number 1. No pun intended here. You need a hot start, in my opinion. This, to me, is a must. And it starts with the Heat winning that first quarter. So in the game Miami won in Charlotte in early March, they won the first quarter. In the game 10 days later that the Heat played in Charlotte and lost by 30, Charlotte won the first quarter. But this isn't a team you want to fall behind against. I think that's the larger point. They score in bunches. They're incredibly streaky with their three-point shooting, and this crowd is going to be intense tonight. Earlier in the season, it was Norman Powell, really setting the tone in first quarters for the Heat, but recently, it's been the captain, Bam Adebayo, looking to impact the game with his scoring right from the jump. I asked Bam about that scoring impact early in games yesterday, and if it's the type of mindset he must have going into today's game.
I feel like we all just need to be on point. It's not really who gets the first crack. It's really what the game is giving you. Sometimes it might be me. Sometimes it might be Norm or Tyler. Sometimes it's low-key Wiggs. But for all of us, it's just to rally around that person when they're having that moment. And then collectively get the W at the end of the day. That's all that matters.
It is all that matters. All those guys Bam listed, though, they should all have their moments. You like to imagine if the Miami Heat will prevail today. And by the way, offense shouldn't be too big of an issue for the Heat overall. Let's be real. The Hornets, they're not exactly known for the defensive side of the floor. And the Heat did average 126 points per game in the 4 matchups versus Charlotte. But that leads me to key numero 2, key number 2, defense. This game likely comes down to defense. Can the Heat look like the defensive team that was a top 10 defense in the league for 75% of the season? And if so, they'll likely be in this game at the very end. Charlotte is going to put up their threes. We know that. It's impossible to stop. It's what they do. But from the point of attack, is Davion disrupting LaMelo Ball's drives? Is Andrew Wiggins holding Brandon Miller to only take contested jumpers and not wide open jumpers from the corners? If the Heat do go to a zone defense tonight when Kel'el Ware's on the floor, it's highly likely that'll be the case. Are they communicating and closing out on shooters? Those are the defensive principles that the Heat maintained throughout the beginning part and into the middle part of the regular season. And those are the defensive principles that the Miami Heat must deploy in this ballgame tonight. Those are your Dos Keys to the game, sponsored by Doral Kia. Still ahead, John Crotty. He'll join us to discuss this matchup further. Tommy Ty joins us as well. I'll give you a quick update.
The following is a presentation of Odyssey Sports. For even more coverage of your team, download the free Odyssey app and listen to your favorite stations, shows, and podcasts.
Norby hammers high in the sky, out to left, no doubt about it. And that was a no-doubt bomb for Norby.
Miami Marlins baseball is on deck. The official pregame show of the Miami Marlins on the home of the Marlins, WQAM.
Augustine Ramirez hammers a ball, left field, and gone. 3-run bomb.
Marlins on Deck is brought to you by ADT, the official security partner of the Miami Marlins, and by Werner, Hoffman, Gregg, and Garcia, official law firm of the Miami Marlins.
It's all down. I'm pissed off. I'm ready to go.
Why do you get so pissed off?
I don't like hitters.
Let's head out to the ballpark. Here's your host, Steven Strom.
Nice job, Vladdy. Welcome. We're live from Truist Park here in Atlanta, Georgia on an 83-degree Tuesday night. You're listening to Miami Marlins baseball on the radio, 560 WQAM. That's where you can listen to us. Game 18 of 162. Did it look as good as it felt? 10 runs on a season-high, 16 hits. First tank of the season from Augustine Ramirez, and second of the year for Connor Norby helped snap a short 3-game skid. And now tonight, a chance to turn that spark into something bigger. The Marlins are a win away from their first series victory in Atlanta since 2022. It is game 2 of this 3-game NL East set between your 9-8 Miami Marlins and the 10-7 Atlanta Braves. Max Meyer, he'll make his 4th start of the season for Miami. He will go opposite the 32-year-old right-hander Ronaldo Lopez in season 11. Little drama in his last start. We will talk about that in segment 3. We will get going tonight at 7:15 right here on the Marlins Radio Network. Hi, everyone. Thanks for making Marlins on Deck a part of your Tuesday night with Jack McMullen and Rod Allen. I'm Steven Strom. We just have a wonderful show for you. It's a meaty program, and we will go the distance on this power-packed broadcast. We'll hear from Connor Norby after yesterday's victory. We've got Andrew Nardi. We don't give a ton of love to these bullpen guys out there, but we will with Nardi. 1 earned run after his first 6 appearances on the season. We will get you out of the count with Meyer and Lopez. Got some great sound from Walt Weiss today, the Braves manager. Jack and Rod will jump in for segment 4 Expo questions today at Marlins Radio, and Steve's guarantee to victory. So let's kind of set the feeling what was about 24 hours ago. The Marlins had just lost 3 in a row. The offense, inept. It was a struggle to find any sort of rhythm, momentum against the Tigers. They played it just 3 runs in 3 games. And yesterday, it was a breath of fresh air, 10 runs. And the big guy, Connor Norby, 2nd home run of the season. We got a chance to chat with him after the victory.
The 3-game series in Detroit was not how we wanted to be as an offense. Just, it happens. It's a long year. Just had to grind out at bats like we've been doing. Get back to us. It took us a minute, but Marcy got us going, and bullpen came in great. Obviously, Yuri didn't have his best stuff, but we got his back, and we were able to continue to tack on runs, which is the name of the game. And I thought the at-bats tonight were unbelievable. Might have been the best of the year.
What was the approach? How did you guys get on the same page collectively? Everyone in this lineup had hits.
Get on time. Obviously, this is a big game. Division rival, first game in division. Coming off a tough weekend, wanted to just get back on the right foot and get back to Marlins baseball. And like I said, it started with Marcy and continued with X and our Go guys, and they were great, and just we fed off it.
Another home run for you to the pull side. You tell me you're dialed all the time. What does a dialed Norby look like?
I wish I took a little bit more tonight, but just taking pitches, swing at the right ones. Had a good BP today. Had a good feeling. Yeah, it's just put a good swing on a ball. I knew they'd been trying to go in all day on me, and kind of sold out there and got the pitch I wanted and put a good swing on it.
Gosh, I wish you guys could really get to know Connor Norby. When this guy has success, you just smile ear to ear because you know how hard the guy works. I mean, a dialed-in Norby is him being in the cage 24/7, which he is every single day. Last 7 games for Norby, a lot of encouraging numbers. First of all, he's hitting .348. He's got an over 1,100 OPS. He's got 2 home runs. But more importantly, Connor Norby is walking. Yes, free passes. Yes, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 balls that Connor Norby is seeing, and he's going to first base. He's got a 10% walk rate through these last 7 games. He will DH today and bat 7th. Let's break. We'll get some love to Andrew Nardi. He's back, and he might be better than ever. 2023, this guy had 63 appearances to a 2 ERA. He's off to a fast start in 2026. We'll talk some mental stuff with Nardi, how he attacks his hitters when he does enter a game with inherited runners, and much more. We'll straddle. We're back in 2 on the Marlins Radio Network.
John Crook here. You ever hear sound and immediately know your day just got expensive? That right there, that's the sound of a bad day. Look, on the field, I'm prepared and ready for anything. Off the field, I'm the same way, because repair bills don't ask permission. They just show up. That's why I have CarShield, coverage options that help with costly car repairs.
Don't get caught looking. Get a free quote today at carshield.com. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
The Ritz-Carlton Key Biscayne, Miami invites you to discover a new era of coastal luxury following its $100 million transformation, where open-air design and sweeping ocean views create a seamless connection to the sea. Set across 17 acres of pristine beachfront, the resort blends island serenity with the dynamic rhythm of Miami. Experience the calm between the currents of city and sea, and reserve at ritzcarlton.com or call 1-800-542-8680. Everyone knows BrandSmart USA as the heavy hitters, like big screen TVs and appliances, but our lineup is way deeper than you think. We've got mattresses, furniture, and grills for the cookout, plus everything from fitness equipment, vacuums, AC units, the latest tech, and more to keep your home running like a pro. We make life easier with fast delivery, professional installation, haul away, in our own in-house repair centers. All at the lowest price with 0% interest financing and buy now, pay later options. BrandSmart USA, favorite brands, lowest prices guaranteed.
Upgrade your family vacation with an unforgettable escape to the Palm Beaches. From outdoor adventures and laid-back beaches to thrilling family attractions and animal encounters, the Palm Beaches have something for everyone. Discover premier resorts with creative kids clubs that will keep the little ones entertained while you enjoy world-class golf and spas. We are the original, the one, the only, the Palm Beaches. Plan your trip at thepalmbeaches.com.
This is Jacob Marcy, and you're listening to Marlins on Deck with Steven Strom on the Marlins Radio Network.
We're here with the king of the inherited runner, Andrew Nardi. Yes, you are.
Oh, okay.
You are. How did that become a thing in 23?
Just kind of ran into it. Got used in a lot of high leverage scenarios, and I guess it just stuck. So
you had 40 of them in 2023. Do you know how many you let score?
I don't.
5.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Take that, right?
That's nice.
Okay, so give us really, when you go out on the mound and you do have ducks on the pond, how does this situation dictate maybe the pitch choices or the pitch selection? We'll start there.
It's a good question, actually, because for one now we don't call them. Mm-hmm. That comes from the dugout now. So I just, whatever they call, I think is going to be the best pitch. So I'm always ready to throw whatever I need to throw. And, locating it is the biggest priority. So, I just need to make sure it's a strike for one and, get ahead in the count and just keep working.
Is it the same mentality in a clean inning versus when you have traffic?
Yeah,
You can be honest.
It's, a tiny bit, a little bit more stressful, if anything, when there's runners on, nobody out especially. But, it's still the same outcome. Don't let anybody score. Mm-hmm. That's the main goal. So, same mentality. Just, stay true to yourself and keep throwing strikes.
Andrew Nardi with us now. Again, it's just so spectacular to see you out on the mound. Is there any difference in the extension, the spin, the velocity that you feel?
A little bit, especially just being hurt all last year. My mechanics they're not different, but it's difficult.
What feels different?
Yeah, it feels mentally different of, just getting up and down the slope and, just throwing again. Yeah. So, it's just different feeling and same mentality though, but, it's just it's kind of just like learning to ride a bike again. Just kind of have to go through the motions of it, and then it's starting to feel natural though again. So.
Is it fear of getting hurt? What is it mentally for you right now?
Not fear of getting hurt, but just the. I think it's more so the mental side of it is just being competitive 24/7 every time you're up there, and just the thought process of each pitch. So that's kind of like the battle to be fighting right at the moment.
Last one for you. How rewarding is it for you to be in these big spots this early in the season?
It's amazing. It feels great. I feel like back in 23 again. Same thing, just from being making the team again. It feels reborn again. So it's awesome. I'm glad I could just be in these spots again and compete.
Thank you so much for the time, man. It's always great to see you. We'll break. We'll get you ahead of the count. Game 2, Marlins are going to win a series on the Marlins Radio Network.
Upgrade your family vacation with an unforgettable escape to the Palm Beaches. From outdoor adventures and laid-back beaches to thrilling family attractions and animal encounters, the Palm Beaches have something for everyone. Discover premier resorts with creative kids clubs that will keep the little ones entertained while you enjoy world-class golf and spas. We are the original, the one, the only, the Palm Beaches. Plan your trip at thepalmbeaches.com.
Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, April 25th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
Not all good news comes with a catch. Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. No strings, no gimmicks. Just dependable protection at a more affordable price. See? No catch. So if you're looking to up your savings, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state, only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Vehicle safety starts underneath. That's why the pros choose Napa for undercar solutions that stop safety issues before they become costly problems. Go further with complete repairs that restore stopping, steering, and stability. Then grow your business through trust and repeat visits. With premium rotors, pads, struts, and wheel hub assemblies, Napa has everything you need to keep undercar under control. That's Napa know-how.
This is Jacob Marcy, and you're listening to Marlins on Deck with Steven Strom on the Marlins Radio Network.
Back here at Truist Park, Vlad hitting the ones and twos, and the rejoin music is on the money today. The Marlins, really beautiful. Music to my ears. What is not music to my eyes, but it was just so nice to see 10 runs yesterday on 16 hits. A good old butt whooping of the Atlanta Braves. Max Meyer today will go opposite Ronaldo Lopez. Jack McMullen and Rod Allen have your call tonight. They will join me in the next segment. I got to get to this sound real quick. So Ronaldo Lopez, 32-year-old right-hander. This guy was an all-star in 2024, year 11. He is back from suspension. Now, if you didn't see what happened last Tuesday against the Angels, he pitched inside to Jorge Soler, which we know Jeff Nelson probably would have loved pitching inside, but, really dusting guys off the plate. And Soler took exception to this. Soler then went after Lopez, right? A good old mound charge, okay? This was Walt Weiss after this game, where the Braves ended up winning. But again, Ronaldo Lopez, Jorge Soler ejected from the game. Here was Walt Weiss post-game.
I love Soler. We were teammates here, but that's a big man. And so I just felt I got to get him off his feet because he's going to hurt somebody. And so that was that was my instinct, just to get in there and get Georgie off his feet. Yeah, because he was he was on the warpath. Look, I know it didn't look good because of Soler's numbers against Lope, and he hit a homer. He hit him. It didn't look good. Lope's not throwing at him. I don't allow our pitchers to throw at people just because they can't get them out. Our job is to get them out. But I understand why Soler got angry. And he's a really mild-mannered guy. So, I think that the switch flip for him, it gets your juices flowing a little bit. So on both teams, I'm sure. So as long as nobody gets hurt, it's kind of a good time, But as long as nobody gets hurt, but I was proud of our guys the way we handled everything tonight.
Can you not love Walt Weiss there? And we'll discuss that with Rod and Jack in the next segment. But Lopez in that game finished the night 2 unearned runs on 3 hits, 2 walks, 7 Ks, 4 2/3. Look, the fastball is the pitch for Lopez. He generates a ton of swing and miss. It's got great spin. He throws about 94 miles per hour. The Marlins are going to have to figure out a way offensively, and I don't know what they want to do approach-wise. Hopefully a lot of what we saw yesterday. Lopez will go opposite Max Meyer, 27-year-old right-hander. He'll make his 4th start of his season. He's already a quarter into his career highs in start, which is 12. He's 1-0 with a 3.68 ERA, 14 2/3 innings pitched this season, 15 Ks to 8 walks. You're waiting on that big strikeout performance from Max Meyer. He did earn the win on Thursday against Cincinnati, allowed 1 run on 4 hits, 3 walks, 4 Ks over 5 frames. 3 career starts against the Atlanta Braves. His ERA sits at 4.24, 17 combined innings pitched. He did start last year 6 innings of 1-run ball against the Braves in 2025. Meyer and Lopez, they will feature our matchup on the mound. When we come back, Jack McMullen, Rod Allen, they'll join me next. 7:15 first pitch right here on the Marlins Radio Network.
Legal battles shouldn't be fought alone, especially when your health, finances, or family's future are on the line. I'm Adam Werner. At Werner, Hoffman, Gregg, and Garcia, we guide our neighbors across the Miami, Florida community through some of life's most difficult legal transitions, from injury cases to disability cases, bankruptcy, and more. Our team is committed to providing clear guidance, strong advocacy, and dependable support every step of the way. Let our family help lead the fight so you can focus on yours. Werner, Hoffman, Gregg, and Garcia, official law firm of the Miami Marlins.
South Florida's top choice for quality signs and graphics is Metro Group Miami. With Metro Signs and Metro Wraps, no job is too big or too small for the experts at Metro Group Miami. A proud corporate partner and official signage and graphics provider of the Miami Marlins, they bring brands to life. Call them today at 954-983-6662. Visit MetroGroupMiami.com to discover what they can do for you. Metro Group Miami, signs, graphics, car wraps. They're your everything team.
In Miami, wherever there's a Domino's game, you'll always find your abuelito. And whenever you want a low price, you always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Take advantage of a Pricito now on all of your favorite new Kia models, like a Sportage, Sorento, Telluride, K5, Soul, and more. Don't wait. Hurry to Doral Kia today. Don't miss your chance to save on a new Kia. With easy financing, fast service, and the best value for your money. Because you always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit us at Doral Kia or start shopping for your Pricito now at DoralKia.com. Present any Miami Kia dealer's unexpired new vehicle advertisement for verification. Other Lithia dealerships do not qualify. The competing offer must be available for immediate purchase at the advertised price. The competitor's vehicle must be identically equipped as our in-stock vehicle used for comparison.
This is Jacob Marcy, and you're listening to Marlins on Deck with Steven Strom on the Marlins Radio Network.
And now here comes Soler. They're going to start to fight. They're throwing blows. We got major differences here as they're throwing haymakers. And now a big pile on the first baseline. Soler was hit by a pitch in the 3rd inning, and we got a riot here in L.A. In the blink of an eye, that turned into a heavyweight bout.
That was the beautiful voice of Ben Ingram on Braves Radio. Right now, why are you laughing?
Ben had a little much though. He said it was a riot. Come on, Ben.
I want to get your reaction to this, Rod Allen, because you've been in the big leagues. You've been a coach.
Yeah.
Just what did you think of that entire situation? If people missed it, Walt Weiss came on with his team, tackled Soler, and probably did a good thing protecting his teammates and his players.
He really did. I mean, Walt Weiss, he's old school guy. I mean, he's been around the big leagues for a long, long time. And back when he was playing in the movies, you policed yourself. The players policed themselves. So he has seen plenty of guys police themselves. And that's exactly what happened that particular day. Soler's already hit 5 home runs against Lopez. So he owns him. He's hitting like 600 against him. So anything close Solaire's going to have a little bit of an attitude, and he didn't like the answer he got from Lopez. And boy, he was throwing some haymakers. Ingram was that. But it's one of them situations where you don't see it very often in baseball. No one really got hurt, but those two guys were really, really upset. That's for sure.
What was the apparent tweak yesterday offensively for the Marlins, Rod Allen?
Well, boy, they were swinging early and they were swinging often, and it looked like it was a conscious effort to keep the ball out of the air. I know they always talk about launch and everybody's trying to hit home runs, but we didn't see a lot of lazy fly balls yesterday. We saw a lot of hard contact. We saw a lot of balls over 100 miles an hour off our guys' bats, and they also did a pretty good job against a couple of left-handers that they saw in the contest yesterday, which they had not been doing. So I just thought it was everybody bought. Whatever the game plan was yesterday, everybody bought in.
Season high 16 hits and 10 runs for the Marlins. Jack McMullen. Let's talk about Max Meyer here, because yesterday it looked like the Braves were not able to handle Yuri's fastball. He ended up going away from it later in his start. For Max Meyer, the pitch isn't the fastball, it's the slider. What does the Meyer mix need to look like tonight?
I don't know. I mean, you would think a lot of sliders, and you would also think enough fastballs to keep them off of the slider. And the thing with Max Meyer that's really interesting is he is kind of that clear-cut guy. Hitters get better against him each time they see him. First time through, the OPS is in the low to mid 700s. And then it gets to the mid 800s second time. And by the third time that a lineup sees Max Meyer, the OPS is in the mid 900s. So they get more comfortable as the game progresses. You have to mix it up a little bit more if you're Max. And honestly, I think he's done a really good job of that in his last two starts. It seemed like he was slider happy in his first start of the year against Colorado, right? But then he comes back in New York and he's mixing up and he's throwing the changeup and he's throwing the fastball. And then same can be said about his start when he went 5 innings, a 1-run ball against Cincinnati. So, you know, it's interesting because the average right-handed fastball from a starting pitcher this year has been right around 95. Max velocity-wise is league average to slightly below league average, but that fastball at 94, 95 can play up to 96, 97 because he lulls you to sleep with that good slider.
Rod, what you got?
Oh, Max?
Yeah.
The fastball, I mean, Jack's absolutely 100% correct. I mean, the fastball is a fastball that's right around 94, 95, but it sets up everything. He gets himself in situations where, and a lot of our pitchers do from time to time, where the opposing team, they will just sit on a particular pitch and they will get it and they won't miss it. He's got to do a bit better job of recognizing when they might be doing that, and he might want to shake off or may want to do whatever it is to throw a different pitch and not that particular pitch that he knows they're going to be sitting on. And I'm talking about the slider. It's unheard of sometimes of the sliders that they hit against him, but that's because they sit on them.
So 6 of our 16 hits were on first pitches.
Yep.
For Lopez today, you know, you're going to get the fastball right out.
Yep.
Is that a similar recipe that we should be looking for tonight with the offense?
He's having a good year. You know what? It's not quite like the year he had a couple of years ago when he first put on the Braves uniform, when he was really, really good after not really being
All-star.
good for a while.
Yep.
He was really, really tight that year, but he's back to doing some of them type things. But I think he's good hitting speed for our team, 93, 94, 95 with the fastball, and he's got some command with that fastball. But I think our guys will be as aggressive tonight as they were last night. And if they get themselves in certain situations, they know they're going to get breaking pitches, and I think our guys will be able to handle that.
Jack, how do you think Jacob Marcy's feeling today after, got on base, but I thought defensively you really felt his impact yesterday kind of all around the diamond?
Yeah, I think he feels really good. I think he feels like an anvil was just taken off his shoulders.
He had a smile on his face today.
It's
We
so
haven't
good
seen
to
that in a
say.
while.
You know, with Jacob Marcy, okay, Detroit was probably awesome. And again, he had hundreds of people there over the weekend. He had 500 people there on Saturday. But do you know how relieving it is to get out of that situation? Thank goodness I can just lay in the bed in the hotel. I can sleep from 10 p.m. to 10 a.m. It's okay. I have no obligations here. It just seemed like he was playing relaxed. And it was probably so amazing for him to go back and have that full circle moment, play in the ballpark that he grew up going to, and, seeing some great Tiger memories and watching Rod Allen on TV. There are so many good things about Jacob Marcy's time in Detroit, but that can be really, really stressful. I'm really happy for Jacob Marcy that that's in the rear view, and it just seemed like he was playing free, loose, relaxed yesterday.
Well, he is not changing one bit. He is the table setter tonight per usual against a right-hander, Ronaldo Lopez. He will play center field. Marlins, what you got, Jack?
I have one thing that I want to show you here. That's why I reached for my phone in the middle of the segment. I just want to show you a heat map of something as it pertains to Ronaldo Lopez. So I hold this up, and you see that there is a big red dot. If you're with us on StreamYard, there's a huge red dot. This is Reynaldo Lopez's fastball usage in 2026. The big red dot means he literally throws his fastball in one place, and it's up and into righties.
And I was telling Jack, and he's 100% right. Finish your story first.
No, we're good. I was just going to say it's the Jeff Nelson special. You want to see established fastball, and you want to see pitches inside, Reynaldo Lopez is high and tight with it.
And those are facts, but I was looking at the same thing. He's only hit 6 batters in 6 years. And I'm thinking if you're pitching that far inside that often, you'd be bound to hit somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he must have good command.
Yeah, it says on the research packet of the 167 pitches, 50-plus fastballs to right-handers this season, no one pounds the inner third more often than Lopez. 30% of his heaters are
It's because
inside.
it's a hard pitch to hit.
Yeah.
I know. It's a hard pitch to hit. I know that. When you get crowded with fastballs, ask Acuna. It's a hard pitch to hit.
Well, hopefully Pedro Guerrero, the Marlins hitting coach, has
Well, you gave us a lot of time on the award-winning show tonight.
Hey, listen to me.
Whoa,
This is it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's get it.
You gave us some time, didn't you? Seriously.
All right, we'll break here. Now you're out of time. 7:15 first pitch. Marlins looking to win their first series in Atlanta since 2022 on the Marlins Radio Network.
Mikasuki Casino and Resort is your place in Miami to live it up and play on. Unleash the excitement of slots, high-stakes bingo, and 24/7 poker action. Indulge in exquisite dining at La Brisa and handcrafted cocktails at Tempt Lounge. Unwind in our elegant rooms and suites as you elevate your entertainment around the clock. And check out our new Little Trail Casino on I-75, exit 49. Rediscover Mikasuki Casino and Resort, voted best casino in Miami. Visit Mikasuki.com for more.
South Florida's top choice for quality signs and graphics is Metro Group Miami. With Metro signs and Metro wraps, no job is too big or too small for the experts at Metro Group Miami. A proud corporate partner and official signage and graphics provider of the Miami Marlins, they bring brands to life. Call them today at 954-983-6662. Visit MetroGroupMiami.com to discover what they can do for you. Metro Group Miami, signs, graphics, car wraps. They're your everything team.
In Miami, we don't drink coffee, we drink cafecito. Our pastries, we call them pastelitos. And when we want a low price, we know you always pay less with your pricito at Doral Volkswagen. Take advantage of a pricito now on all of your favorite new Volkswagen models, like a Tiguan, Jetta, Taos, Atlas, and more. Don't wait. Hurry to Doral Volkswagen today. Don't miss your chance to save on a new Volkswagen with easy financing, fast service, and the best value for your money. Because you always pay less with your pricito at Doral Volkswagen. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or start shopping for your pricito now at DoralVolkswagen.com. Present any Miami Volkswagen dealer's unexpired new vehicle advertisement for verification. Other Lithia dealerships do not qualify. The competing offer must be available for immediate purchase at the advertised price. The competitor's vehicle must be identically equipped as our in-stock vehicle used for comparison.
This is Jacob Marcy, and you're listening to Marlins on Deck with Steven Strom on the Marlins Radio Network.
Forgot to let the people know that tonight's starting pitchers, it is brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or at DoralVolkswagen.com. That matchup on the mound is Max Meyer, the right-hander for Miami. He will go opposite today, Reynaldo Lopez. He was suspended for 5 games. We covered it. He went after Jorge Soler. And we had also mentioned that Reynaldo Lopez pitches inside a ton. He's only hit 5 batters across the last 5 seasons. So it wasn't obviously on purpose with Soler. Soler took exception, so on and so forth. But we move on. We digress. We are ready to play some baseball here at 7:15. Really nice win for the Marlins yesterday. They snap a 3-game skid. They plate 10 runs. They collect 16 hits. It was a good old-fashioned butt-whooping over the Braves. Now, before we get to our Expo question at Marlins Radio and our Steve's Guarantee, I do want to give you an update on our all-star, Kyle Stowers, who is rehabbing currently with that hamstring injury. He has been playing a couple of rehab assignment games. Here was Clayton McCullough earlier today on just the latest with Stowers.
Stowers DH today, and it's not like he hit a couple balls hard. Caught up with him a little bit. He feels physically he feels great. So that's, probably the most important part of all this. I mean, 9 or 10 plate appearances into this. I think he understands that the timing and the conducting at bats is going to come a little bit more. But DH today and got through it fine. He'll be off tomorrow, and then we'll plan to have him play back-to-back on Thursday and Friday, and we'll go from there.
All right, we will go from there, and hopefully when we return home tomorrow night, off day Thursday, welcome in the Brewers. Maybe we see Kyle Stowers against the Cardinals in that second leg of the homestand, or we could wait and see him on the West Coast when we face the San Francisco Giants and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Okay, let's get to our Expo question today at Marlins Radio. I had mentioned it. If you're using your ears tonight, folks, you should get this one at Marlins Radio. When was the last time the Marlins took a series in Atlanta? Make sure to vote at Marlins Radio. It is time for Steve's Guarantees.
Almost time to play ball. First pitch coming up in moments. Steve's Guarantees coming up now.
When water, fire, or mold strike, trust the Marlins' number one choice, Serpro from cleanup to construction. They work to make it like it never even happened. Okay, Ronaldo Lopez, he throws that fastball 51% of the time. So what do? I get my little machine. I say, all right, let's go find the guys that hit that fastball at the best this year. Xavier Edwards, he's hitting 425 against fastballs. Otto Lopez, 333. Javier Sanoja, 333. Fortunately, all three of those guys are in the lineup. I like them to collect 5+ hits together and 2+ RBIs. That's Steve's guarantee tonight. Folks, I hope you got the itch for first pitch, because when we come back, Jack McMullen paints a picture. Rod Allen, he is ready to rock. Starting lineups and first pitch is right around the corner. Thanks for tuning in to the Marlins On Deck pregame show. I'm Steven Strom. Let's flip the M together. Miami Marlins baseball. It is next on the Marlins Radio Network.
My son